Hello everyone, hope you're doing great. I'm making this tier list video for one reason only. I saw on YouTube there are a lot of Path of Titan tier list videos, and let's say I disagree with all of them. So I wanted to give my personal opinion with the strengths and weakness of the playables of these games. I hope you can see the opinion of a more expert player of this game. As you can see from all my videos, I'm in this game from a lot of time and I did a lot of battles. So let's start by throwing in the trash all the creatures that are not even in the game yet. By Alberta. Alberta is amazing. I will put it in A tier. Alberta is a great DPS with its head slam. It has good speed, just a little bit more than the Splitter. It has good stamina and good stamina regeneration, and is quite tanky as well. It's not going to the S tier for one reason only. Once Alberta runs out of stamina, it's completely fucked, and even is way too weak to Bull Melee, since its good turning comes only from the speed walk. If you are standing still and using a precise movement, you turn very slowly. Second is Hallo. I'm unsure about Hallo. I'll put it on B. Hallo is, despite what everyone says, not too horrible. It's pretty tanky, it's very fast for what it is, and it deals actually a good chunk of damage. The thing that is literally destroying Hallo is the stamina regeneration. It's worse than Rex 1. That's so sad. And it's very bad turning. But if you if you can ignore this weakness, like going against a wall or in the water, forcing your enemies to face tank you or at least trade bites with you, Hallo is quite solid. Also is okay in groups, but its stamina is way too horrible. Then we got Alio Ramos. Alio Ramos is another one that I'm unsure about. You know what? I think I'm gonna move Allo to C tier. Yeah, that's fit better. Alio. Once it was very good, then it got nerfed into the ground. And I recently tried it again with more passion, let's say. And it's like, okay, I guess. Alone is literally pointless. Alio is just a worst melee besides speed. But if you have a pack of other Alios, the Tyrant Roar buff can make you do very good damage. You can increase your damage by 44%, which is a lot on something this fast. But yeah, it has now the lowest health in the game, even lower than Raptors. But this is not exactly a bad thing, because this means you heal super quickly. Alio still has one of the highest weight in the game, it's heavier than Megalania, and that alone can make it tank a lot of hits despite its low health. The main problem is the nerf to the stamina regeneration being like on pair with Cerato, and for some reason a nerf to its bite, which is now the lowest of the 2-slot dinos. But overall with a group it can take down pretty much anything with a lot of patch and just out-heal them. We have Amarga then, poor Amarga. Amarga literally can't be played. Amarga is way too slow. If something bigger than a Sucro sees an Amarga, it's dead. It can't do anything, it can't escape, it can't fight back, it can just sit and accept its doom. Literally T-Rex is faster, can reach it, he can face tank it in like 7 bites, it's even faster in water, there is literally no possible way an Amarga can survive an encounter with a T-Rex, and they are everywhere at this point of time, so it's almost unplayable. Talking about unplayable, now that it's not even in the game, Anno. I'm sure a lot of you are gonna be shocked, but Anno is really bad. Anno is one of those cases where the stats on paper are incredible, but the actual gameplay is horrible. If you have a problem with Anno, you just have to use your tail. You literally can't do anything about it. He's too slow to reach, he's too short to prevent you doing that, he can't do anything. If he's crouching, you just have to use your precise movement to bait the tail slam, which is really low animation. If you miss, if it misses you, you can just throw in a free bite. You just have to do this for like 20 minutes until its hunger forces you to go away from the crouch mode, and then it's literally a free meal for anything bigger than a Cerato. Then we have Barsoldia, goes into the S tier. I will almost put it to broken, but Barsoldia is, yes, broken I will say, but at least it requires somewhat of skills, because Barsoldia can dish out an insane DPS, but it's not just by spamming. Its insane DPS comes from doing a combo with your head butt and just tail slap. So you can only do this if you are standing still. You can't chase things with this and doing the insane combo. But overall it's very good. It's the tankiest thing in the game. It can also doubles its health with just an ability. It's a very good playable. But it has blind spots under its ass, and it's very easy to kill one if you do bleed. You just spam bleed under its ass and watch it not healing while you do. It's low but effective. After then we have Kamto. Kamto goes to D. Kamto is like kinda pointless. It's not bad because it can survive, it can be played, but you can't really do anything with it. You just have a bite and a tail slap. You turn very fast on the run and has an insanely good acceleration, but there is not really a reason to be one. The only use he can have is like to be an annoyance in a herd and to be that thing that prevents the attacking group to sit down and heal. Nothing much else than this he can do. Cerato, S tier. Cerato is insane. Cerato is like... it's supposed to be like a trade of all... a jack of all trades, but it's like the master of all trades, because he can do everything. Think about Conca, Cerato can do bleed. Think about Alio, Cerato can run super fast. Think about Aspeso, Cerato can break bones. Cerato can do everything, and on top of that it has armor, just free armor on it, and it just have a lot of damage and health for a 2 slot. It's just way too good. Next up we have Conca. Conca B, because Conca, he got nerfs on the bleed, now it's just outclassed by Cerato. If only it was faster, but it's not. It's the same speed of Cerato, it's fragile as heck, and it doesn't do enough bleed to be worth more than Cerato. It's just not worth more than Cerato. The only thing saving it, I guess, is being able to go underwater, but it's not really something that he's good at. Dustplito goes to D. The Splitter is just Allo, but worse. At least it has good turning, but it's super fragile. It's way too fragile. It's so fragile that good Dust Splitters don't even use their bar, they just pump their tail because they know it's the only way to not die. Tail hits take like 75% less damage, and the Splitter can spam it very fast. So it's like the only way to kill something big. But at least on its own it can kill any 2-slot, at least that. But the 2-slot can honestly out-heal him, so it's not really true either. Next up we have Goose, even if I always call it Duck. I love Dino Carriers. It's like a perfect example of a balanced Apex. It has a good speed, it has good stamina, it has good damage, but it has a cooldown of 2 seconds on its claw, so the DPS is actually not too great. But it's enough good to let it like be able to defend itself by anything smaller than itself. But if something reaches its slot size of 5, it can be beaten, which is exactly what the balance of the slot size of the group should suggest it should happen. It's a great variable. It just requires more thinking. It's also the Apex that has the fastest health regeneration in the game. It can kill Rexes, you just have to go behind them, keep hitting them, and then go away a bit and heal them. You heal a lot faster than all the other Apexes. Overall, a very good playable. Despite being semi-aquatic, you can't go underwater at all. You have a very short oxygen bar. But I think it's like a unique feature, makes it a bit more unique. Then we have Deinonychus E. Raptors got nerfed to the ground. Now they are pretty pointless. Actually, let's move it to D. Because at least Deinonychus has something over its other raptor companion. He can speed buff its rallies, not just raptor, any kind of dino with its group, which is a very good thing. It's also still quite fast, so it can outrun the danger, unlike the other raptor. But for battles it's not good, it's just an okay support dino. Io! Oh, Io is absolutely broken. Io is the fastest thing in the game. The charge is literally faster than Strutiomanus. It's just insane. It's easy to dodge, but it's still insane that an Apex can run so fast and for so long, because the charge lasts for a lot of time. He can destroy anything. The hitbox is even broken. If you run, your headbutt reaches longer for some reason. It deals a lot of damage, is tanky as fuck, and for some unknown reasons, it has a better bleed healing than all the other dinos. All the dinos you see here have like a base value of healing that is the same, like of 1, the default. But Io has it more. He'll bleed better than all the rest, for no reason at all. It has an insane mobility. For what it is, it can turn on a dime. The precise walk is way too fast. It can destroy Rexes. Literally, you just need to go behind a Rex, you can assign it to the death. It can't do anything, you just do too much damage. Overall, it's just broken. On everything about it is broken. Oh, I just remembered. Io is broken, but I should put an S++ and put sub-adult Io, because it's even more broken. Sub-adult Io has a way better stamina regeneration. It's so good that sub-adult Io can hunt down Allus, which is just insane. Iguanodon is literally unplayable. Not as unplayable like Amarga, but very close. He just suffers so much from not having stamina, which once was fine since it was very tanky and it did a lot of bleed very fast, but now it got nerfed on both defense and attack, and it still have the horrible mobility of it. It's just bad. T-Rex can outrun you. He can just keep following you and eventually will catch up. It's just not good. And its main attack, the thumb, doesn't even go further from its neck, so something like other Splitter could just bite your face and your thumb doesn't even reach it. Beside the thumb always is the same one, you always attack with the right thumb, so something can just walk to your left and it can avoid completely getting hit by you. It's in a poor state right now. Kentro is very good. Kentro is not really capable of killing something. It can definitely do that, of course, but Kentro is like built to survive and not to kill. It's because it deals very low damage, very bad damage with its attack. Its main source of damage comes from the passive damage. When you bite its tail or body, you get bleed on your horn and a bit of damage that quickly build up if you keep eating it. The best way to kill it is to use strong single attacks. Think about Sarco Bite or any kind of claws like Conka and Allo. That's the best way to kill it. But like it can just run away from both of them, so it's just a very solid playable. Very balanced too. Lambio. Lambio is, I wouldn't say broken, but it's close to being broken. Lambio is, Lambio is a secret ability. Its tail has collision to like all of it. Which means if you want to do a body shot, you have to go on its sides, and it turns very fast, so it's very hard to do that. It can just literally push your dino model away with its tail because it has collision, which is sometimes even buggy. You can see it jumping around because the collision clips and the collisions of the model just clip with each other. It's weird, but usually it's in favor of the Lambio. Also, it can spam its tail very fast and it does a lot of damage. It also has a very good mobility with good stamina and stamina regeneration, and it can just heal. Also remember that with all the herbivores, never underestimate their bites. They are good, the bites are good. I'm pretty sure Lambio can just face tank a Ceratops with bite alone. Bites of those herbivores are good, it seems obvious that they are not good, but they are. This game is not about realism at all. And yeah, it can heal. Also, don't use its tick skills abilities. It's very new as an ability, but it's very bad for it. Layton. Layton is like Dano, but without the things that make Dano a D tier. It doesn't have buffs or groups, it's not fast, it's nothing. It doesn't even jump high. With Dano you can do a trick, you can do the tail fine, and in the middle of it you can jump to make the momentum of the tail fin longer. You can cover a very good distance with it. Layton has a short jump, and with doing that is not effective at all. Layton is just bad, it's just a little bit tanky with the same damage. So it's just a little bit heavier, it deals a little bit more damage than Dano, but that's about it. It's still nothing. Next up we have Megalania. Megalania goes to B. Megalania, again, with like all the dinosaurs under this tier has a problem with stamina. A huge problem with stamina. That is its super weakness. Megalania sounds good on paper. A lot of people get killed by Megalania because it goes under their ass and they can't do anything about it. But it's actually very easy to counter them. If you are faster than Megalania, like with an Allo, you just have to run away, turn around and face it. If he goes behind, you just run away again and face it. He literally can't do anything because Megalania is like on pair with Cerato on being tanky, so it's very little. I'm pretty sure with 5 or 6 Allo bites Megalania is down. And yes, once he's run out of stamina, he's just like a sitting fish, you can do anything. Even Cerato on its own can destroy Megalania, you just have to face tank it with your close until like half health, and then you just keep your distance to make it bleed out without letting it sit. It's just not a very good one, a very good playable, but at least in groups he can be pretty good actually. Being low to the ground, you can't really do what I just said if you are against Megalania with a group. You just get distracted by its group, so it can work like that. Now we have Metri. Yes, Metri is very good right now. It always has been, but it was mainly outclassed by Alio and Conker. Now that both are nerfed to the ground almost, Metri is very good. The poison is actually very good. Draining stamina is always something good. Venom seems weak at the start, but Metri is made for long, drawn-out hunts, and Venom gives you an edge exactly in that. The more the time passes, the more the advantage you have with the Venom. Also, you can just team up with something bigger like a Rex and use your Venom to stop something from running away from it. That's also a strategy. But yes, Metri is very good. It's fast, almost as fast as Alio with the speed sub. It heals very fast. In fact, that's like the best strategy you can do with Metri. Just run heal, claw, poison, keep doing damage, then stand back and heal. It also deals actually almost the same damage as Cerato. If you're a Metri face tanking a Cerato with claws, it's very close. Because the Metri claws deals a lot of damage, a lot more than bite. Metri overall is very good. You can do pretty much whatever you want with it. It just takes patience. With like all the 2-slot dinos, to kill something you just need patience. Now we have Sarco. Sarco. I'll put you in A. Sarco, well, he's a crocodile. You just have to be in water. On land you can do some tricks, but if someone knows how to counter you, you're gonna get countered very hard. Right now Sarcos are mainly annoying with the lag. You just are riding it, then poof, you magically teleport under its jaws. But on land they are so easy to deal with. In water they can't really even harm you. They don't have something to keep you still, to make too much damage on the spot. The most dangerous ambush tactic the Sarco can do is charge up its bite far away, and when you start running in one direction it just lunges out and predicts where you're going and trying to land a bite. Oh. If not like that, there is not really much he can do to secure a kill. They are just too slow. The bleed is just gonna... You're just gonna run away from it and heal the bleed. But overall, Sarco in water can definitely beat a Spino. He's just pretty good. He's weirdly enough not an hunter. He can defend itself very well, but he can't really hunt something. But I guess it's fine since he can eat fish. Spino. Spino goes instantly in S tier. Maybe even in broken, but not really. People now are like not playing Spino anymore, but I don't understand why. The only nerf Spino received was a bit less damage on tail. It's still tanky as fuck, and I think it has the highest DPS in game. Spino Bites is deals like just a little bit less damage than T-Rex and Io, but both of them have a 2 seconds cooldown on their attacks, but Spino only has 1, so in the end Spino is gonna be able to face tank both of them. And at least as speed Spino you can turn very quickly by working. Spino is just very good, it's defensive. It has low stamina, it's not very fast, it's very defensive. The main problem right now are the Rexes that can use the Tyrant Roar that it's enough to make you lose the face tank if there are like 2 of them. I'm not sure if 1 Tyrant Roar is enough, maybe it is if you are a speed Spino. But you can astride very easily a Rex. And yeah, as a Spino you should stay near water, because Rex can bone break you and then if it's smart it's just gonna assail you. The best advice is if a Rex bone break you, sit instantly. You're gonna heal very quickly the bone break, and Spino has a really fast sit up and sit down animation. Not the best advice I can give you against Rexes. Or just stay near the water. If your behind is facing the water or a wall, they can't assail you. Just an advice you can use on anything pretty much. Stego goes in A tier. Stego right now is only good due to a pretty broken ability, which is Armored Scales, that literally doubles its health for free. You don't get slower on it, you just get more health. I would put in S tier, but Stego has horrible stamina. He's literally a main factor for most dinosaurs to be horrible, having bad stamina. It's so bad that T-Rex can chase you down. You can just keep walking and walking, and he will eventually get you, and you can't win the face tank with a Rex. But overall, anything lower than that, you can absolutely destroy them, because yes, Armored Scales is way too strong, and he deals a lot of them. He doesn't deal a lot of bleed anymore, with normal swipe at least, but the normal swipe can like 3-shot a Ceratops or a Maitre. It's very strong. He still deals a lot of bleed with a charged bite, with a charged tail attack. So if you really wanna kill a Spino, an E or something, and you are not alone, hopefully, you can just go in with a bunch of charged tail slap, and they have a deadly bleed on. You still deal a lot of bleed with a charged swipe. Strutio could either go in F tier because he can't do anything, or S plus broken because he can just run away from anything. So let's put it in the middle. You can't really fight anything but raptors, and nothing can really catch it, but there is like a bug right now. With the lag, sometimes you just teleport back, stopping your momentum. And the only weakness of Strutio is having a very slow startup for running fast. So yeah, it's pretty a bad bug right now for it, but it doesn't happen way too often. The only thing Strutio is going for it is the same of Campton, maybe a little bit better since he can do bleed. When you are in a herd, you just have to be annoying and not let the enemy sit down to heal. Nothing much more than that. But I think Campton is better at that, since he can dodge every attack very quickly. He has a tail attack and not just a kick that most likely will get you stuck on what you're kicking. And overall Campton is better at that. But Stroot is like spectator mode with an anger and thirst bar. Styraco. Styraco is I honestly don't know where to put it. No, it's definitely not on par with Stego and Sako, so let's put it here at B. Styraco, even he's another one with a stamina problem, it regen very slowly. At least it recently got a buff where its fast walk is pretty fast now. Before it was very slow. So it makes it a lot better. It even makes it turn on plays faster with walking. It deals a decent amount of bleed and damage with its normal attack, even if it has a 2 seconds cooldown. And Styraco is not tanky. Styraco has like the attacks that suggest a hit and run playstyle, the health that suggests a hit and run playstyle, but the stamina doesn't suggest that at all, so it's pretty much a mess of balance. But you can do a few tricks with it, especially against Megalania. If you try to face tank a Megalania, you're gonna die. But there is a trick Styraco can do that will make it win against a Megalania. You have to hit the Megalania, turn on your side a little bit, and use your back kick to hit it on the face, and try to reposition back again to hit it again with your horn, and then go and kick its face again. You're gonna do a very high DPS like this. You can destroy a Megalania, and then I think any other 2 slot. Cerato can obviously definitely can face tank you, but if you do this, it can't at all. Also Cerato, if you get Bone Broken from a Cerato and he tries to face tank you, he will win, but very closely, so when you are kinda low on health, just run away and he's gonna just implode of bleed, because you do very, very high bleed, especially on your charge. Charge, sadly, they deal a lot of damage, but they do it with like ticks. It's not one single damage, it's a lot of damages, and it's bugged, very bugged, because sometimes a lot of ticks will land and you're gonna do tons of damage, sometimes only one will land and you do okay damage. Charges are just not very... you can't really trust charges. You can still use them, it deals more bleed than a normal hit, so it's good for that, I guess. Sucro. Sucro is probably the best carnivore in the game, because if you see something that is faster than you can kill it. If you see something that you can kill, you can escape it. It's just very good. Literally the most balanced carnivore probably. He can destroy Allos and Dusplito. Suku is just Allo and Dusplito but better. Literally. It's also surprisingly fast for what it's supposed to be. And for what it's supposed to be, it's surprisingly bad in water. Suku is like semi-aquatic only for escaping land. It's not actually good at all in water. Probably even Conca with dive is better than it in water. It's very bad in water. Just use water to escape land stuff, which actually makes it very good, because if you see something you don't want to fight on land, just go in water. If you see something you don't want to fight on water, go on land. You can literally do whatever you want on Suku. Now we got the last one, even the last one that got released at T-Rex. S plus broken. It's not broken to the levels of Eotrike, but it's really close, especially right now. The Allosaurus has the highest damage on its face, it's super tanky, nothing can face tank it. It can even bring its damage up to 44% with Tyrant Sword, and it's an insane amount. It has Bone Break, it's the second fastest, Apex in the game, only under Eotrike, nothing can face tank it except like Earthquake with Sharp Horns, which is low as fuck, and nothing can pretty much go behind its ass, because here's the most broken part of T-Rex, the tail. The tail does a lot of damage and it's super spammy. It has basically less than a second cooldown. You can just tail, super fast. It deals way too much damage. And for some reason, just like Earthquake, T-Rex has an even higher bleed resist, bleed heal, for no reason at all. Like, T-Rex is a lot stronger against bleed than Io and everything else. And the reason is, I don't know. There is absolutely no reason for that. And now it also has a charge. The charge is very strong. It's weird how you should use the charge. It's actually a great ambush tool. When you are close to something, to close the gap, you just do the charge, and the charge for some reason deals knockback. Which, what does it mean? It means if you hit something, it's gonna get blocked in place for another hit of the charge, which is a lot. I'm pretty sure you can two-shot a Konka and maybe 3 for shot the other 2 slots. It's very strong, literally broken right now. And that's it. This is how I see the dinos from a more expert player perspective. I have all my tricks to deal with them that I didn't really talk about, but I could do that in the next video. See, this video is gonna be very long already. Some tricks are like baiting the stego tail and biting the tip. When you are shredding something like Sarko, just throw 1 or 2 bites and go away, because you're gonna definitely lag under its mouth, because the game is just like that right now. So here I am post-production, forgot to say something. First of all, thanks for watching my video till now, if anyone can even hear what I'm saying right now. If you guys could resist till here, congratulations. I wanted to say, tell me in the comments if you actually want to see more separate videos talking about the tips, tricks, strengths, weakness of every creature in depth, and not just 1 or 2 words I did like in these videos. I could gladly do that, so just let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.